Hendrick Motorsports, this is their playground. They finished 1, 2, 3, 4 a couple years ago.
Yep.
Am I dreaming that it's their playground, or is it real? Do the numbers say that Hendrick are the standout favorites?
By far the standout favorites. I think they have 22 wins there.
So here's what I'd tell you, Chop. I would take Berry, and I'd take him right away. Because right now the books are like, what's Josh Berry going to do? He's been in the next-gen cars, driven the 9 for the 4 or 5 weeks. He actually has a cup start at Dover for someone who was out. Maybe Spire, right? Maybe it was was it COVID? Oh, no. Yeah, COVID for Haley, maybe?
Yeah.
So here's my opinion, Chop. If you like Berry, you better take it because he's going to qualify. Trav, highlight Berry's top 10 on there. 165, right? I would take it because he's going to qualify good. There's no way he's not, and that number is going to come right off the board. It's going to be minus money. So if you like Berry top 10, you better get it right away. I don't think I would take it to win. No offense. I hope he wins, but that would be, 40-1, it would be a big long shot. All right, let's stick right in the Larson and Elliott. Byron are 1, 2, 3 on the favorites. It probably had to be 1, 2, 3, 4 with Bowman until Bowman was out. Are you taking all 3 Hendrick cars, Professor, to win the race?
I don't love William Byron, but the other 2 for sure. And then like Chase Elliott's really good there. Does he need to win? Does he feel like he needs to win to make the playoffs? If he does, this is a great spot for it. I think you and I talked earlier in the week how this track doesn't really relate to anything else later in the year. So, does Hendrick put a lot more effort in this week to get Chase that great chance to win since he's really good there? He's top 5 in 5 of the last 7 there. He's won there.
How did he do last year specifically in next gen? That's all I care about. I know they're good, but just jump right into next gen. Chase Elliott next gen at Dover.
He won there.
And yeah. So let me tell you, Chop, there's no other way I could tell you, but this is a Chase Elliott hammer all day, all bets, every matchup. Chase Elliott, I believe, I don't know, just has that feeling. The leg was in question. He proved at Martinsville. Don't worry about my leg. I'm a badass. I flew in the last 50 laps of that race. Leg's fine. Talladega, he did fine. You know what it looked like? It looked like a guy. I was like, I don't feel like getting in a big wreck at the moment. So I'm gonna. I don't want to say he cruised, but he did. He won a stage, finished second in the other stage. So he's been back, right? I have a feeling Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson are going to put on a show. And I think that it comes down to it. I don't think Larson will pull over for anyone, but I think Chase Elliott is going to want it more or need it more or risk more to get the win because the win is more valuable for Chase Elliott. I'm bullish on Chase Elliott.
Why does the predictor have him at 10th?
He's had 2 problems there in the last 5 races. He's an accident, finished 39th, and an engine problem, finished 38th.
And listen, those could still happen. It's still racing, right? But if he finishes, he's going to be a top 3 car. Between him and Larson, I like that. All right, let's go right through. So Larson, Elliott, 2 favorites. So Byron, you like least out of those 3. He's the same odds. Let's talk the next wave. Look, Hendrick 1, 2, 3. Now we'll go to Gibbs, Bell, Hamlin, Truex. They're jammed right in there in 5, 6, 7. Bell, Hamlin, Truex. So let's handicap the favorites. Do you like Larson and Elliott equally?
Yes.
So now you don't love Byron. Where do you put Byron in the Gibbs stable of Bell, Hamlin, Truex, and Bell, Byron? Any of them?
So I'd probably put him just behind those 3.
Byron's having a monster year. Does that trickle over?
Hasn't
I don't
recently.
know.
No, he didn't. He's cooled off a little, Chop. You're right.
Yeah, I would put him behind those next 3, and then Ty Gibbs has never raced there in Cup, but he's finished top 5 in both Xfinity races there. He's been really good lately. So
top 10 on him. You could find plus 190 on Ty Gibbs for a top 10.
Yeah, I like that.
Why do I feel like he should be good at Dover?
4th there last year. You said the next gen car is all you care about. So don't yell at me about just saying he was 4th there last year.
I'm not. I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to. It's that time of the day. That time of the day. Do. Denny Hamlin time. We love this part of the podcast. It's where Chop loses his mind. Look at the frown, the smile. Usually you turn a frown upside down. Not right now. I say Denny Hamlin and Chop's smile gets turned upside down into a frown. We're going to talk Denny a little bit because he had this crazy bracket idea, which I think is genius. We're going to dig into that in a little bit, so stick on for the rest of the podcast. Let's talk Denny Hamlin. Chop, I don't need to hear from you. I know you're betting it because you're going to always bet it, but should he bet it, Professor? Should he take James Dennis Hamlin at Dover?
Oh, this is tough. Not a full unit. I wouldn't go the full unit. I would,
now Professor's talking gambling terms.
Yeah,
Welcome to the pod.
Yeah, so he's won there. He's run really well there, but his finishes, he's still struggled to finish there. So he's got four stage wins. He's led a bunch of laps, but recently he's been outside the top 5 in the last 3. So was 21st there last year. But
are you running for politics? That's the most non-answer I've ever heard. You just talked us in a damn circle.
No, I gave you. I said not a full unit.
Okay. All right, I got another one, and I can't ask the professor this because he's going to say yes, bet the house. An emotional return. Oh, was that the hammer move? Martin Truex Jr., hometown guy. He's won here before. He's on a bazillion race winless streak. What is it, 56? I don't know. It's a lot.
It's 54, but if you call it a bazillion.
54. Man, I don't know. I'm telling you, the guy I like is right behind Truex in the odds.
Well, but let's talk Truex. So he's won there 3 times. First win came there. He's been top 5 in 8 of the last 11.
Back to next gen. Back to next gen. What did he do last year?
On. Well, remember, he was running top 5 and Chastain and him got together. Remember that?
Oh, you're right. He got Chastained.
Yes.
Well, actually, I think Truex kind of Chastained himself. Chastain definitely did him dirty, and then Truex got spun himself out. But Chastain created the issue.
Yep.
In the top 5.
Yes.
Man, you're bullish about a lot of guys. There's only 5 spots in the top 5. That's a nugget, Chop. Write that one down. 5 spots in the top 5.
Man,
yeah, and we have one more yet that I like for the top 5 too.
Yeah, let me guess. I already know who it is.
Okay.
And I like him for a top 3.
Ooh.
Kevin Harvick.
Boom.
Your top 3 is going to be Elliott, Larson in second, Harvick in third.
Mark that down, Trav.
Harvick at 11 and 12 to 1. More, I think he's I just feel like it's kind of brewing. Like he's going to do it. What did he do last year there?
He was 9th last year, but 8 straight top 10s there. 6 stage wins there, the most of all. 3 wins.
So, Chop, before I looked at a single data point, I got my notebook out, my trendy legal pad right here, and I wrote down, this is pre-Bowman. I wrote down must-haves. Harvick, Larson, Chase, Bowman. Without looking at stats or anything, going to Dover, those were my absolute must-haves. Forget the stats, didn't matter. If you said you had to have 3 drivers in your lineup, whether it's daily fantasy, whether it's NASCAR fantasy, or whether it's betting. So now if we cross Bowman off the list, I still agree it's Harvick, Larson, and Chase. I think they are going to have a monster day. I think those 3 are going to be, I think I put Truex right there on their heels. So if I put Truex there, that's rounding out my top 4. And then the rest are going to be Bell, Chastain, Busch. They're all going to just nibble around there for the 5th position. Professor, agree or disagree?
I agree, but what's the one big team you haven't talked anything about yet?
Penske.
They're terrible there. Why are they so bad there? They have they have 2 top 5s in the last 10 races there. That's 8%.
Are you saying fade Penske?
Totally. The numbers say
the whole
absolutely group. Fade the whole group.
It's getting aggressive.
Yeah, you're right now.
So Joey Logano's never won there. This is the track he's started the most races without a win.
Okay, so that says a lot because Joey Logano, people laugh at him because he's goofy and he jokes and he's this and he's that, but he's a badass. I don't care. He is a future Hall of Famer, arguably probably a first ballot, 2-time champ. He's up there with the likes of Kyle Busch's, the likes of like Joey Logano is a monster. People forget how young he is, to be honest, as good as he is. How old is he, Russell? With how many starts, Professor? He's got a crap ton of starts for his age.
He's 32 with 517 starts.
32. Harvick's in his 40s. He's only 32 years old. Two-time champ. I'm telling you, Logano is he's going to have he is actually, how many wins does he have, Professor? That's a good question.
32.
He's a 60 win guy. I think he'll get to 60. In the 50s for sure. He's got 18. He's only 32 years old. He's got 18 wins left in him. So the fact that he's never won there, I don't think it's going to all of a sudden get turned on this late in his career. I don't know why it's not been great there. When he was young in the 20 car, he tumbled down the banking in 3 and 4. So you're talking fade Penske across the way.
That's what the numbers say.
All right, let's flip. Well, we haven't talked Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch can win anywhere. I don't know what to tell you. Good luck. I don't see him going back to back. I'll just say it. I thought he might in the spring, and he didn't. So Chastain, how about the Bull?
Chastain, he was third there last year.
He's going to be the Bull.
Yeah, that's his only finish better than 15th there, but that was before Trackhouse.
So, okay.
I was thinking this morning, how many has he had very many top tens this year even? Doesn't seem to be in the mix. We talk about him.
I kind of feel that too, Chop. I kind of feel that too.
He's
Oh, he's in the highlight reels. He's just not in the finishing order.
Right. Just every week, he kind of fades, or he pops up a little bit, but I don't seem like he's in the mix at the end very often at all.